Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are actually doing an Etsy shop critique. And this is one of the many critiques that I be doing for free for the entire year. So if you are interested in getting a critique of your Etsy store and you're struggling with sales or maybe you're struggling with SEO, make sure that you sign up today. I will leave the link below the video as well as in the comments section. Now, also, if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel and you want to learn how to grow an impactful online business, don't forget to subscribe today. Don't forget to show me some love by liking this video and leaving a comment below. So I'm going to head over to my computer to start the critique. I'll see you there.
So here we are, and here is the lucky winner, Pamela, and her store name is called Smile a Day. So I'm going to be doing 1 to 4 critiques per month, probably a little bit more this month of July. We'll see how everything goes if I'm not too busy. However, guys, make sure that you watch this video to the end because everything that I'm going to be talking about, you can apply to your very own store. And make sure that you leave a comment below. Let Pamela know anything that she's doing well, anything that needs improvement. We're trying to come together and build a community where we help each other grow on Etsy. There's enough room for everyone to be successful. So make sure you leave a comment below. So normally what I do is I take a particular listing and I talk about product photography. I talk about the title, the listing description. I talk about on-page SEO factors. I talk about the curation of your store. And I kind of break it down into sections, and hopefully that will give you enough information to kind of get started and take notes as well. So the listing that I'm going to be talking about is this one right here. So the first thing I always talk about is product photography. And when you sell on an e-commerce platform, whether it's Etsy, Shopify, you have your own website, product photography is so crucial. It has to be a picture that when people look at, they know exactly what they're getting. You shouldn't have any confusion. They should know exactly what you sell. Looking at this picture here, I would think is an actual picture of an artwork. It says here ebook, but it doesn't look like an ebook. So when I click on it, I'm able to see the actual, I guess, the ebook. So a few things stand out to me. One, there's places you could visit like Creative Market. There's a whole bunch of other platforms online that you could create mock-ups, like book mock-ups. That's what you need to do. Having it just like a sheet like this only is not doing any justice for you. You want to make sure that this actually looks like an actual book. Even though it's an ebook, it's not something tangible that they're getting. However, you want to make it feel like they're getting something tangible. And the way you do so is with either a mock-up of a book or having shadows, almost like making it seem like a real book. Right now, it doesn't look that way. That would be my first suggestion. 2 is you want to make sure that this is what people see in the feed. So you want to make sure that it shows the entire book in a complimentary way. That people know exactly when they first look at it first glance, they know it's some sort of book. If people don't know what they're getting, it doesn't matter how remarkable your product is or how great it is, people are not going to click to buy. So you have to make sure that all your photos, all of these, it looks like it's an amazing book, but you want to make sure that it looks like a book. Right now, it doesn't look that way. It just looks like pamphlets in an actual listing. So what I would recommend is going back and researching how to do mock-ups for books. There's so many tools nowadays that you could start using that are very easy to use, like Canva. You could create mock-ups of books using Canva. You could go to Creative Market and buy mock-ups that you could use in Canva as well. So I recommend doing that and elevating your pictures to the next level. In 2018, I know this is a survey that's a little bit old, but in 2018, Etsy did a survey and they surveyed all their buyers, and 90% of people said that they purchased from Etsy strictly because of the photo. It had nothing to do with how many reviews, how many sales they had, how long they've been on Etsy, do they offer free shipping or not. It was strictly because of the photo. So you have to keep that in mind. How you present your products is really important. You could have an amazing product and bad photos, and it will prevent you from getting sales. So you want to make sure that your products look amazing, as they probably are. So that's my first suggestion. I do also suggest telling people, don't forget to favorite this item, or don't forget to favor our store. And the reason is for remarketing. when somebody favors your store, whenever you upload a new listing or whenever you have a listing that is reduced in price, if let's say 1,000 people favor your store, 1,000 people get a notification of any updates that you do in your store, and that's free remarketing. That's basically free traffic coming back to your Etsy store. So therefore, having a picture with a call to action telling the customer, hey, don't forget to favor our store or don't forget to favor this listing is really crucial. Another thing that you should be doing is telling people to join your email list. Email marketing is going to really help you for different reasons. One, grow an email list. Two, be able to nurture that email list so you could get repeated customers. Three, you're going to be able to do remarketing ads, which means that you could tell Facebook, hey, I want you to show my ads to these people. On top of that, you could do lookalike audience, which means that you could tell Facebook, hey, these are my customers at the current moment. I want to have new customers that have similar interests like these, and it will create an audience for you that you could target your products and services. And the likelihood of them engaging with your brand is a lot higher than you running an ad and taking a guess of who you want to target. So these are things that you could do with email marketing that you need to start doing. Every business should have an email marketing plan. If you look at big companies, they all have email marketing. There's a reason for it. So if you are shy about it, if you feel intimidated, it's time for you to take it and just keep going. I know for me, I didn't do email marketing correctly for many years and I regret it now. If I would have done it correctly back then, even now I'm still learning how to maneuver it, but if I would have done it sooner, I would have made more sales. I would have grew my brand a lot quicker. I would have had more repeated customers. So don't make the same mistakes like me and make sure that you start email marketing as soon as possible. Every new business should have email marketing as soon as they open their store. So that's another one. And you could put actually a picture saying, make sure you join our email to stay updated with our latest new items, or you could offer some sort of lead magnet, or you could offer a discount if you wanted to, whatever you want, as long as they give you their email. And then once you have their email, then you can market your products, your services, your blog. You could send them your social media handles so they could follow you there as well and kind of grow your overall brand. So those will be my suggestions for your photos. Now let's talk about your title and SEO. So the main keyword in your title holds the most weight. That's the focus keyword of your actual page. Whatever you put here will be the name of your URL. So you want to make sure that this keyword accurately describes what you sell. I wouldn't necessarily use instant download. If I was looking for an ebook about kindness, I wouldn't type in instant download on Etsy. I would type in ebook of kindness, right? Or something to those terms. That's what you have to think. You have to get in the mindset of, if somebody was searching for my product, how would they look for it? If I was buying gym shoes, I would put women's running shoes. I wouldn't type box, right? Or free shipping. I wouldn't type that in. That's essentially kind of like what you're doing. You have instant download. No one's going to really type that in. So make sure that you remove that keyword and you put your main focus in the beginning after you do some keyword research. I'm using eRank Pro. You could do the eRank for free. However, if you want the additional tools and features, you will have to upgrade like I do. That way you could have the additional features. And one thing that you're doing right now is that you're not using all your tags. You have 13 tags that you could use. Essentially, SEO is going to drive you traffic to your store. It's how people find you in Etsy and it's how people find you in Google. So SEO is going to be a term that you have to get familiarized with. And unfortunately, if you don't, you'll get left behind. You won't get traffic. And it's something that no matter where you go online, whether you sell on Etsy, whether you have a blog, whether you say Shopify, whether you have something else, a different platform besides Etsy, you need to learn SEO, because that's how the algorithm finds your products to show it to the right people. So therefore, it's something that you're going to have to do a lot of research. The great thing about 2020 is that there's so many resources nowadays. I have tons of videos in my YouTube channel. Etsy provides tons of material. There's so many things out there that you could learn. And if you ever feel confused, if you ever feel conflicted, you So many people giving different advices. What I recommend, and this is what I try to do for my own channel, I provide the information that Etsy provides me. I've been doing digital marketing for 11 years. It does quite change SEO, so you do have to stay updated with it. However, whatever Etsy is currently doing at the moment, that's what I try to give you guys. That way you don't have that misinformation. However, if you feel like you need to verify what I'm saying, all you need to do is go to the seller's handbook on Etsy, and it gives you detail on SEO, and it tells you exactly what I'm telling you now, that you need to make sure that you focus on keywords that describes accurately what you sell. And also making sure that you use all 13 keywords, because the more tags, the more traffic you get back to your store. So a couple things that I'm noticing from your keywords. One, you're using keywords that are too broad. You're using keywords that are too competitive. You're using keywords that doesn't necessarily target your ideal customer. So right now you're showing your products to anybody and everyone. And when you do that and you get a lot of views, a lot of, people are clicking, but no one's buying, right? What happens there is that your conversion rate actually hurts you in the end. So you get a low conversion rate. Etsy's algorithm says, okay, well, this is not a bestseller, obviously, so we're going to bury it in the search results. So you either going to become a bestseller because everybody's engaging, everybody's buying, or you're not going to become a bestseller and you get buried in the search results. That's how stores get recognized as bestsellers, is based on the algorithm engagement. Are people buying? Are people interacting, etc.? So a lot of these keywords have to go. Like the word pets, that's too broad. When you go to Etsy, if you type in the word pets, you get just about anything on Etsy. Look at this. When I type in the word pets, there is 1.1 million listings using the words pets. So you're competing with a lot of people. As you can see, there's rings, there's picture frames, there's bags, there's tags, right? There's a whole bunch of stuff. So this is not a keyword that would be one good for you for many reasons. The main reason is it's too competitive. The cost per click on this keyword is 42 cents per click. So if you're running an Etsy ad and 4 people click on your ad, but your budget is $2, guess what? You almost spent your $2 already on 4 clicks. This is the main reason why many people run ads and they're like, it doesn't work. Well, it does work. It's just you're using keywords that are too competitive. So therefore, keywords are very competitive that many people are using. Your cost per click will always be very high. So if you want to rank organically, it's almost impossible because there's so many people competing. If you want to run an Etsy ad, your cost per click is going to be very high, and therefore it's going to spend your entire budget, and you might not make any money from it. You might actually spend more on ads than you're actually making. So this is why it's so important that you start realizing, start understanding what type of keywords you want to focus on. So what you want to do is, ideally, when I'm doing my keywords for my main store, because the one I use right now is the one I use for tutorials, the one that I try different things. That one drives me traffic, but the main ones are the ones that I'm focused, and I do everything by the rules, right? I have my main focus keyword. I don't do keyword stuffing. I'm fixing majority of my keywords as well on that one, because there's over 10,000 listings. And ever since Etsy changed that they don't want you to do keyword stuffing, which is putting a whole bunch of keywords here, it has taken me a while to fix them all. So what you want to do is you want to sit down and you want to think, okay, when somebody's going to buy this ebook here, how would they search for this ebook? So you will say ebook for kindness ebook. You would come up with different ideas. Celebrating random acts ebook. Be nice ebook, right? Just come up with different terms that you think your audience will search. It doesn't mean that you're going to be using those terms. It's just you're doing brainstorming. And brainstorming is just writing down the first thing that comes in your mind if somebody was searching for this particular product. So once you do that and you have all your keywords written down, you have 10 to 15 keywords, you're going to go to Tools and Keyword Explorer right here. You're going to click on Keyword Explorer. and you're going to put each individual keyword in there. And you're going to do research, and you're going to see what is the average search volume, what is the competition. My recommendation is that the average search volume be 500 and more, so you could have some traction, and the competition for it to be 30,000 or less. That's how those type of numbers have worked very well for me. And you don't want anything with too much competition, and you don't want something that has no search volume, because that means that it necessarily means that maybe people are not looking for that product. Also, keep in mind that due to the fact of the pandemic and everything going around the world, at the current moment, a lot of the numbers are skewed. There are things like, for me, for my wedding stores, normally certain keywords that monthly search volume are like 5,000, they're down to like 300. And the reason I know that the reason for it is because of everything that's going on. A lot of people had to cancel their weddings. So it has taken the numbers have actually lowered versus how normally is really high now during peak season. So you want to take that in consideration. If you find a keyword that accurately describes what you sell, but maybe the search volume is not as high as 500, you could still use it. What I recommend is revisiting in 90 days and see if those numbers have changed. If you're getting more search volume with them, then you keep them. If you're not, then I do recommend redoing your SEO at that given moment again. But this is something that you definitely have to focus on. It's a little tedious. You might spend a little bit more time doing to try to come up with the right unique phrases that describes exactly what you're selling. So the best way to find quality people is using long tail keywords and unique phrases that describes what you're selling. Those two will get you more. You will get less impressions and less views, but the quality of the people are higher, meaning that you will have a higher chance of someone buying from you. And ultimately, that's what you want. You want sales. You don't want to focus on having 20,000 people go to your store per month, but only 3 purchase. You don't want that. So definitely work on your keywords again. I would remove all of these, to be quite honest, and start again from scratch. And then what you want to do is the keyword that has the highest search volume with the least competition. That will be your focus keyword. That's the one that you put in the beginning of your title. That's the one that you put in your first 155 characters for your meta description. And then the other keywords you will optimize your listing description with. So once you have that and you have optimized your title with the main keyword, you want to optimize your listing with the additional keywords. So I'm looking at your tags down here, right? Instant downloads, children's book on kindness. I don't see that you have optimized this for SEO. So you definitely want to do 2 things with your listing description. You want to write a listing description that's user friendly, that tells the customer everything and anything they need to know about your product. So you're going to talk about what they're getting. You're going to talk about shipping. If there's obviously this is an instant download, so you're going to say it's an instant download, which you have here. You're going to talk about returns and refunds, your shop policy, etc. You're going to have a backlink that goes back to your homepage, maybe another backlink that goes back to similar products that you sell. You don't want someone to land on this listing and go like this. Click, like, read this and then go like this and look at your competitors. That's why you want to put backlinks. That a backlink is basically the link to your homepage. So this link right here, you will put it right here in the bottom. You could say, visit our homepage here, view other similar ebooks here. You want them to click and go back to your store. You want to keep them in your actual store. You don't want them to scroll down in the other page and see your competitors' listings. You do not want that. You don't want them to come over here, get distracted, click here, and leave your page. So you definitely want to work on adding backlinks. So optimize them for the user experience, explaining everything that they need to know. At the same time, make sure that you're optimizing it for SEO. End it with, if you have any questions, please let us know. Click here to view our homepage. Click here to view similar products. That's what you need to do. And what I would recommend as well is in here also add the link for them to join your email list. You want to add that link anywhere in your store. So you will add it in your shop announcement, you will add it in your pictures, you will add it in your listing description, you will add it in your about me story. That way, that will give you a higher probability of people signing up to your list. So you want to definitely start doing that on a continuous basis. Let's go ahead and look at your attributes real quick in your category. So you didn't choose any attributes. Attributes are important. They act like tags, and it says it right here as well, meaning that you have 13 tags for your listing, and you can actually add additional attributes to drive more traffic to your store. So I do recommend, when you have a chance, adding attributes to your listings only if they're relevant to what you're selling. If they're not, then you could just leave them off. Great job. I think you did a great job with the category of your book, so there you don't have to do any changes. And let's go back to the store. So a couple things that I noticed. One, I will have a picture of you here. I think this is a picture of a doggy. He's cute. So make sure you have a picture here because it says Pamela, and that's what you want. Get a logo. I don't think you have a logo because you have here Smile a Day, and then when I go to your Facebook page, you have baskets of smiles. This is confusing for people. You want to make sure that your logo matches with whatever you have here. You want it to be the same across all platforms. So whether you use Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever you promote your products and services, you want it to match the same. You want to have a logo. I highly recommend investing in a logo, and making sure that your banner has like your URL for your email list, maybe your hours of operation, creating a banner that has more information of your store will help you. And then right here, adding, making sure that you add your email list right here, and you tell people don't forget to join. Another thing I noticed is that you have different things in your store. You have printable cards, you have a scavenger hunt, then you have a promoting random acts of, it's like a mini basket, then you have ebooks, then you have, so the message across what you're doing is amazing. I think is really great. So kudos to you for doing that, because not too many people do this. But I do think that you have like too many different variations of things, and that will confuse your audience. I think that you need to stick with one or two items, like really micro niche, grow your brand, start paying attention to what your audience is telling you that they want, and then add more of those products. Micro niching is really important, because when you micro niche yourself, you become a specific expert in a specific niche. Right now, because you're selling all these different variations of things, even though they kind of sort of have the same message behind, it does confuse people. Like this one is happy birthday, which doesn't necessarily have to do with kindness, I guess. It does in a way, but if you're gonna do just kindness matter, then do everything in that particular niche. Don't mix it up with different things. I would refocus again on your branding. What exactly is your message, right? If it's this, share some kindness and help someone find their smile, maybe just do cards only, or maybe just do ebooks only for now, or maybe just do these beautiful bins that you have. Just focus on one item, kind of grow it, see how your audience reacts to it. Once you grow your brand, then you're able to add more products. In the beginning, if you add too many variations, it does confuse people on what you're selling. Another thing is if I saw this listing here and I saw this one and this one and this one in the search feed, I would think it's from 4 different stores. I don't necessarily think it would be from your own store. So one thing that I would recommend is looking up branding 101, understanding how to brand your product, how to brand your listings, how to make sure that you have the same colors cohesively, how to make sure that you also not only have the same colors, but you have the same font style, and you don't deviate from that brand that you're trying to create, because that's how people will start recognizing your brand versus other people, and that's how you stand out from a saturated market, when you micro niche and you have a strong brand. Right now you're not micro niching and you don't have a strong enough brand that if I saw these, I will automatically say, oh, that's from Share a Smile. So, and also branding comes with having all of your accounts match the same name. That's for branding purposes. If you go to Nike.com and you go to their Facebook page, just Nike. It won't be gym shoes, right? It's going to say Nike. If you go to Twitter, it's going to say Nike. If you go to Instagram, it's Nike. If you go to their LinkedIn, it says Nike, right? All across, it's the same name. Why? For branding purposes. It makes it easier for people to find them. There's no confusion on what name is on what account, on what platform. So you definitely have to work on that. I think that your message is beautiful. You just have to learn how to brand your store correctly, how to do SEO correctly, so you can start driving more traffic, retain some of those customers, add them to your email list, and continue to grow your brand. So, guys, if you have any additional tips for Pamela, please leave them below. Anything will be useful for all of us to grow and learn something new. And thank you guys for watching, and thank you, Pamela, for allowing me to do a critique of your shop.